I wanted to do a quick video on setting up Wan Failover. Now, on the Altalabs Route 10, it is very easy. Now, since I just set up my third Route 10 in my network, I'm going to set this up from scratch and show you guys how to do it. Now, you might ask why we need to do this. Well, we're coming into storing season here, and cellular network with a cellular provided modem will help us if our fiber or cable lines go down, or maybe we have cellular already but that provider goes down. So today I'm going to show you connecting a cellular modem on the network or on the Route 10 and how to configure it so it works and fails over automatically. I'm going to prove how it works, and I'm going to tell you right now, it fails over really quickly. Now, before we head into doing that, I'm going to go over to here on the website here, and I'll read you everything we're going to do, and then we're going to do it. So, how to enable the Wan Failover. Right here. Technically, Wan Failover is enabled by default. We just have to give it another secondary sort. All we have to do, Wan Failover is already enabled, but it's not doing anything unless we have a secondary source. So doing this, you can have up to 4 sources on the Route 10. That's crazy, but I mean, some people will try to do that. I'm only going to show you 2 today, but the main thing we need to realize about all this is setting our metrics. Our metrics determine which one is in line with where it's going to fail over. And it'll make more sense when I actually do this for you guys here. So there's only a couple steps here to do, and then it works. I'm going to show you on mine. So we'll go to here. We have a new setup. Everything's working. The thing we don't see where I'm connected is to this wall access point because I've got my laptop directly connected to it. So first thing we need to do, log into our firewall. We'll bring this over here. I need to tell the router what port we're going to use for the second failover. Now, if you look right here, we have 2 network connections, WAN 1 and WAN 2. Fortunately, I'm going to change WAN 2 to a different port. We're going to use this port right here. Before we do that, we need to go to here and disable this and go standard. So that way it doesn't have 3 ports. Then we're going to go over to L3 and we're going to change this to failover so I can tell what it is. And we're going to change this to WAN. And then we need to set our metrics. And I already know that this is going to be the second one. So we'll go save. And then what we have to do is go over to here, change our, I'm going to put this WAN failover again. WAN failover, just so I know where it is. We need to put in some DNS. Use a different DNS that you're already using on the primary WAN. And I'll show you that in a second here. Actually, I can show you right now because we can open up multiple windows. I forgot about that. So we'll go here, and we're using, I didn't put secondary DNS in here because I changed it, didn't I? Yeah, so we're gonna put 9.9.9.11 for the main. Okay, and on the secondary, I'll use 9.9.9.9. Okay, save. Now we just have to change our metric. So the failover for WAN 2, sorry, I'm getting too many windows open here. I'm going to change this one in here. So on the failover here, we'll go to our, taking over here, we need to change our metric to 2. So I'm going to push this to 2, save. We'll close that. That's pretty much everything, but we got to do it to number 1 too. So we got to go back to here, WAN, advanced. We'll give the metric of 1 because that's our fiber and that's our main connection. We'll click save. And we're going to make sure we have DNS. We have DNS for the main one, which is good. Okay, I'm going to close both of these. And I'm going to show you what my first IP address is here. So what is my IP.com? We are at 75, 154, 254.20, and I don't care if you have this IP address because it's going to change in a day once I restart the router because it's on DHCP. It's just a test setup. Okay, now since I already have the cable plugged in, I can go like this and plug this in to here. And if we hop over to here, we can see if we've got network connection. And we do. L1 is, or L3 is connected. Now, if we open up our router, shift I think it is. Yep, we can do like this. We can go ping 1.1.1.1 and enter, but I'm also going to show you this with a command prompt on my laptop here, just so you guys can see. So we'll go like this. This is on the right screen is the actual router showing the ping, and on the left screen is my laptop. So we'll go ping 1.1.1. We'll enter this. We'll enter this. Oh, screen went away. Sorry, my bad. Okay, both of them are going. And if I unplug my fiber connection to the router, this should drop one packet, maybe two packets. Let's try this. Hold on. It looks like we lost one packet. Looks like the router stopped for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because it's transitioning over and it doesn't know how to transition over. But our internet connection kept going. Okay, so I'll prove that by going to here with an ad that's popped up. We'll go stop, refresh. And the internet might not be fast, but at this point, this is just an example here. It's not gonna be really fast, but I think it's like 75 down or something like that and 50 up or something. It's nothing special, it's just a cellular. But as you can tell, the IP address here changed, right? Okay, we still have our pinging going on. Probably not through the router. I don't know why that is. It's the first time I've tried that part, but it's working. If we open this up, you're gonna see one more ping go away, and I'm gonna plug it back in. Watch this. Oh, we didn't even drop a packet, it just kept going, okay? So now let's refresh this page. Go back and see if it failed back over to my, and it did, right away. Easy as that. Now, I'm gonna go over two things that are really important for this, maybe three. Metrics. When you add a third one, you're gonna need to change the metrics to priority is the way I've understood it. So if you have two fiber connections, you wanna go maybe one and then two to the other one and then third number for your cellular network connection and stuff like that, okay? That's that. You also don't wanna use the same DNS on all three WAN connections. You don't want to use Google's 888 across all of them. You want to have different ones so that way it can have something to resolve to. Now, the other thing that's really important, if you are setting up VPN, which I don't have any on this because I just set this box up, at the very top of the screen when you set up WireGuard, there's an free address you could use for your WireGuard VPN. They give you a free DDNS account with Altalabs, so if your WAN fails over, it will auto update and the IP address will route traffic and get you connected and working there. Extremely easy setup. We're heading into some kind of crappy weather here, so this might become handy for some of you guys out there, or maybe you just want to set it up because it's easy to do. I know cellular packages now have come down in price and cheap to do, right? Secondary connection. Just wanted to show you guys that. Easy. I also have a cool video coming up. Altalabs sent me some goodies, along with 10 4-optics fiber modules. We got some 10 gig, 10 gig, and 1 gig. I'm going to be using these in the lab here pretty quick and show you guys that, and go from there. Hopefully you liked and subscribe for some new content coming up with the S12 switch. Oops. Sorry. See you later.